MLB Bets and Analysis Tuesday, June 24th. MLB Play of the Week lined up for today, and I'm going to give it to you for free in this video. Yesterday, Reds plus 1.5 ended up dominating the Yankees, guys. You could have taken the money line, took the conservative road, and now 1-0 on the weekend. Today, we make it 2-0. Now, before we start off today's analysis, let's select the winner for yesterday's giveaway. $200 is going to be given to the winner that I'm about to select. We're going to switch it up. He asked a valid question I'm about to show you guys right now, and moving forward, the person that asks the best question, not only are you going to get an answer, but you're also going to win the giveaway. So we're going to get right to it, and you're going to learn a lot from this answer, so pay attention. You got, hey Fred, if the Reds are minus 180 to bat in the bottom of the ninth, doesn't that mean that they like the Yankees to be winning at that point of the game? So why do you feel so confident about the Reds in this game? And that's a great question. Now, the batting in the ninth, the odds are based on the current odds. So the Yankees were minus 145 or so. If you look at all the games, typically, based on the odds, the bottom of the ninth, the odds are going to be very similar. So it's all based on odds. And you utilize that as an extra step to analyze, but it's not everything. If it was everything, and if it was that easy, we'd all be rich, like the comment that he posted right there. But utilize it as a last step to make sure that your analysis makes sense, but don't rely on it. Personally speaking, there's a lot more important stats that you want to look at: lefty versus righty, matchups, line movements, money percentages, all that good stuff. And most importantly, telling lines, guys. Right now, we're in a situation where lines have been extremely telling, and the telling lines have been hitting as of late over the past 2 weeks or so. So just utilize it as a point of your analysis, but it's not everything. Hopefully that helps and answers your question. And again, just ask the questions on the comments, and I'll go ahead and start answering them each video. That way we have an educational side of thing in the beginning of the video, and then you guys will have your analysis. So Jay Gramone, go ahead and DM me, brother. You won the $200 giveaway. Great question, man. Now let's get to the money, guys. Let's get to today's winner. I love today's games. If you guys are winning, growing, expanding, share the show with a couple buddies. I like to sports bet to make them investors rather than gamblers, guys. Now, OPS at the top: Seattle Mariners, Brewers, Tampa Bay Rays, Diamondbacks, Cubbies. At the bottom, you got Guardians, Rangers, White Sox, Mets, and the Baltimore Orioles, guys. Now, game number one that stood out to me, and the main game, whatever game I speak about the most in the video is the game that I'm talking about. Somebody asked that in the comments yesterday, which game are you selecting, bro? You spoke about 5. I spoke about the Reds the entire video, and at the end, I gave you guys some leans. I'm going to do the exact same thing here. This is the main game that I'm talking about and the game that I'm going to be taking. So you got Houston versus Astros, Suarez versus Valdez. Both teams have experience against these pitchers, and both teams have players that have created OPSs against each respective pitcher, even though these are one of the best pitchers in the entire league. Valdez at home, dominant, 4-1, 2.35 ERA. Rangers, Suarez away, 3-1, 0.98 ERA. Both these teams and both these pitchers pitch well in their respective position, which away and home. This line opened up in favor of Houston at minus 126, and it's now sitting at minus 150 with money and support rather even. As a matter of fact, Philadelphia is attracting a little bit more money, 52% of the bets. And when you look at the run line, they're attracting close to 80% of the bets, yet the line's pushing up in favor of Houston and pushing up pretty fast. Now it's closer to minus 155, guys. Head to head, 5-5. Nothing really stands out in this situation. Now, Rangers Suarez over the last 5 games, he's been excellent. He's lost 2 games, he's won 3, but when you look at the earned runs, he's allowing at most 2 earned runs, couple games with 0, couple games with 1, but no blow-up game over the last 5 games. Now, one thing does stand out when it comes to Rangers Suarez. We know he's a strikeout pitcher. He relies on his strikeout pitchers, and when he's not striking out pitchers, he struggles a little bit. As you guys can see over the last 5 games, when he's averaging 6 to 8 strikeouts, he has 3 Ws. When he's averaging below 4 in these last 5 games, he's lost both those games. You look at versus Houston, similar situation, a little bit different. When he had 4 strikeouts, he won the game. When he had 2, he lost that game. Now, this was in 2022. Just giving you guys the example. Ranger Suarez is a strikeout pitcher, and he depends on it. When he doesn't have it, he's a little bit more vulnerable. Now, nonetheless, he's still a stud. You got Valdez on the flip side, 5-0, allowing 2 earned runs over the last 3 games, 1 prior to that. Another strikeout pitcher. As you guys can see, the strikeout numbers are pretty high, 12-11, but he relies a lot on that ground ball as well. One of the pitchers that gets the most double plays in the entire league, guys. Both these teams are coming in rested with their bullpen, but we do know one thing: Houston has one of the best bullpens in the entire league, and they do have an edge in this situation when it comes to this game, guys. Now, here's the deal. You have Rangers Suarez, a lefty. Most teams struggle against lefties, but not the Houston Astros, guys. Versus lefties this season, Houston Astros rank 2nd in OPS behind the New York Yankees versus left-handed pitchers. So if anything, this is a benefit for Houston Astros. Along with that too, a fact that I want to show you guys in a stat: strikeouts. Suarez depends on strikeouts. He's a lefty. Guess what the team that strikeouts the least against lefties? It's a Houston Astros sitting at 91. That's a pretty telling stat, team. And along with the bottom of the ninth, along with matchups, along with splits, these are little things that you guys got to analyze. And each game has a different angle on how you're going to analyze it. No game is going to be analyzed the same as another game. Every game has a different situation to it. Bullpen, left-handed pitcher, right-handed pitcher. Batters are hot, batters are cold, injury reports, you name it. Ballpark's another big part of it, right? So Houston Astros, guys, a team that not only is dominant at home, they're dominant against lefties, and along with that too, they don't strike out much against lefties, which benefits them in this game facing a pitcher that relies on striking out their batters. Along with that too, guys, Houston 27-13 at home, guys. This is a game that to me Houston Astros line is telling, and it's because it's a great angle for them. Along with that too, you see right here, player props. Valdez expected to do better under 2.5, sitting at -165 compared to under 2.5. As far as at -150, not a big gap, but nonetheless a telling line. And along with that too, here's the AI analyzer, guys. An AI analyzer that if you guys are betting a couple $100 every single game, you guys should have this. I don't go through all the websites. I go through all the websites just to show you guys the websites I utilize, so you guys learn, but I just use this. It has everything. Home, away, you see Houston Astros is dominant at home compared to Philadelphia stats away. Along with that too, over the last 7 days, they dominate in pretty much every category that's batting and most categories that are pitching as well that you guys can see right here. To me, Houston Astros at home is a great angle for today, and to me, the play of the day, guys. Now, second game that I like for today, I'll cover it briefly. Got Tampa Bay against Kansas City. A great angle. Tampa Bay's been hot. Kansas City's been average. Yet the line sitting in favor of Kansas City at -140. Bubic on the mound, a lefty, but Tampa Bay hits lefties well, and they've been crushing lefties as a matter of fact. Bradley, I believe, is why this line is the way it is. He's been very vulnerable over the last few games, guys. He's gotten blown up, especially over the last 3 games. Last game out, he gave up 6 earned runs versus Baltimore. 3 games ago against Miami, he gave up 7. Now he's facing a Kansas City team that hasn't been too hot, but they're starting to click, and at home, they're a great team. And facing Bubic that hasn't been getting blown up. He got hit pretty hard versus the Yankees, versus Tampa Bay. He's also gotten hit, but nonetheless, this is a game that I personally believe whoever has the lead going into the 6th, 7th inning is going to win the game because both these teams have rested bullpens, and one of the best bullpens in the league for both these teams, guys. So 2 games that I'm eyeing for today. The main one right now is Houston Astros, guys. Now for today, I will be posting this game on Instagram because this game is not finalized just yet. I do want to see the lineups. Yesterday, Reds mentioned it in the beginning of the video. It was the play. Today, I will be posting this game on Instagram and wait for the ticket because it's going to be either the Kansas City or Houston Astros if there's a lineup change or something happens, right? But for now, it is the Houston Astros, guys. Share the show with a couple buddies that like to do this too. And along with that too, guys, let's make it 2-0 on the day and let's win the day. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow.